Hello and welcome to the Daily Blitz. Now in today's video I think I'm going to leave it to Nikolai because he's been using all of these various marriage metaphors to describe what's going on with Brexit now that Johnson has announced the deal yesterday with prenups, divorces, prenups before divorces, prenups when a divorce is inevitable. Do tell me, Nikolai, what exactly is going on here?
Yeah, I think Brexit's getting too confusing, so we're just sticking to marriage metaphors now. In the last few days, what you've seen is an agreement on a prenup. The stupid thing about it is that, well, we already know there's going to be a divorce, so negotiating a prenup just doesn't make any sense.
Define what is the prenup over what period of time?
So it's an agreement to come to an agreement in the next year, which doesn't really make any sense in and of itself. But basically it sets the rules for the future negotiating period of the trade deal between the UK and the EU. Now, that's a bit strange because you could just start negotiating that trade deal in the first place.
What's going on is sort of the rules are being set for what a divorce could look like.
That's right.
Even though the divorce is kind of inevitable.
But it's not the rules, it's an expression of the intentions.
Right.
So it is a political agreement to have good intentions in the negotiating period going forward, which again doesn't make sense to me.
So who exactly has the bigger advantage between the divorcees here in this prenup negotiation stage before an inevitable divorce?
It depends on who you ask. That's what the real question is that's being discussed in the media. Who's got the best advantage out of what's been negotiated so far? And it's not really clear because it's not legally binding, and the only part that is legally binding is what happens if they don't come to an agreement after the transition period.
So what exactly do you think will be the net effect of this prenup negotiation? What does this really resemble in the broader Brexit picture?
Well, if the deal goes through the UK Parliament, the result is basically going to be identical to an extension of Article 50, because really nothing's been agreed on. There's no result out of this. The negotiations are yet to come.
So I guess in this broader context then, we've got all the MPs going to Parliament on a Saturday of all days, very rare. What do you make of that, and is it worth paying attention to?
No, I think people should basically watch the rugby instead.
Well, there you have it, folks. That sums up the Daily Blitz for this week. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to tune in on Monday.